Here in the United States, we get some amazing pickup trucks from the Japanese automakers. We all know the Tundra, Tacoma, Frontier, Titan, and even the Ridgeline. However, some of the best and coolest Japanese trucks never touch American soil. So in today's video, we're going to go over the most amazing pickup trucks from Japan that never cross the ocean. We're going to start with KSeries trucks, and these vehicles are a smaller vehicle in Japan to avoid certain taxes there. And every single Japanese automaker, at least at one point in time, made KSeries trucks. We had the Suzuki Carry, Mitsubishi Minicab, which the Nissan Clipper was based off of. We had the Daihatsu Hijet, which the Toyota Pixies is very similar to. You have the Honda Acti, Mazda Porter Cab and Scrum, Subaru Sambar, and a Isuzu Mini Truck. All these mini trucks are around 2,000 pounds. They have small 3-cylinder engines around 660 cc's, and the fastest they can go is around 70 miles an hour. You can actually import these vehicles from Japan, and I've seen a few down here where I live in South Florida. And unfortunately, here in America, we have nothing that is very similar to this. Our small pickup trucks over the years got enormous, almost to the size of full-size trucks were a couple decades ago. And now we have a new entry level like the Maverick and the Hyundai Santa Cruz, which aren't even based on truck platforms like these vehicles are. So we don't have anything that comes close to this here in America. And it's unfortunate because I think they would sell really, really well. But at least you're still able to import them if they're over 25 years. And depending on your state, you may or may not be able to register them where you live. But now we're going to go into vehicles that should be here in America, but due to certain laws, they don't make it here stateside. And these trucks are all going to be mid-size pickup trucks like the Frontier and the Tacoma. And the reason why these mid-size pickup trucks like the Navara and Triton don't make it here is because of the lovely chicken tax, which President Lyndon Johnson put in place around 1963-1964. And this imposed a 25% tariff on certain goods coming into the United States. Brandy was one of them, dextrin was another, potato starch I think was another one, and then we also had light duty pickup trucks. And the reason this was put in place is because many European countries put a tariff on our chicken. The United States bred chicken that we were able to produce cheaply, and it was putting the chicken farmers in Europe out of work. I have no idea how chicken is related to pickup trucks, but I have a feeling it's all because the union auto workers were trying to find a way to combat imports like the Volkswagen trucks at the time. And so this snuck into law, and all the other items now are no longer tariff, but light trucks remain tariff. And we're going to start with the Toyota Hilux, which is very similar to the Toyota Tacoma here in the United States. We've had 8 generations of the Hilux, the first starting in 1968. We just got a refresh for around 2020 for the new Hilux. They make this truck all over the world: Thailand, Malaysia, Argentina, Pakistan, and South Africa. You can get in 2 doors or 4 doors. Of course, all-wheel drive is an option. There's an SUV, the Fortuner, based off of it, and a minivan called the Innova, which is also based off the Hilux. And depending on where you're at in the world, you're going to get a whole slew of different powertrains. For gasoline engines, 2 liters, 2.7 liters like we see in the Tacoma, and a 4-liter 1GR engine V6 like we see in the 4Runner. There are several different turbo diesel options depending where you're at in the world as well. You can get it in a manual transmission, of course, as well as an automatic. And with Toyota going to a global platform for their pickup trucks, the F platform, which the new Land Cruiser 300 is based off of, as well as the Tundra, the Hilux and the Tacoma could be sharing more than ever when they both get a redesign in the coming years. Even though it sucks we don't get the Hilux, the Tacoma is pretty similar. But man, I wish we had some diesels for the Tacoma. The Nissan Navara is very similar to the Nissan Frontier. It debuted in 1985 and the 3rd generation started in 2014. They just had a refresh in 2020 and man, it looks pretty badass. You can get a 2.5-liter gasoline engine and a few different options of turbo diesels. Of course, you can get in a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed automatic. But I think I would still take our Frontier because we get the really powerful V6 with around 300 horsepower. Mitsubishi has their own pickup truck, and if they were able to produce it here, they would be a more relevant and popular brand as trucks are just doing so well. So the Triton came out in 1978, and I think this is the coolest name out of any pickup truck I've heard. The 5th generation launched in 2015. 2019, and they produce it in Thailand and in Brazil. It's mostly available with turbo diesel engines, and of course can have a 6-speed manual. A refresh happened for the 2019 model, and it looks kind of similar to the current Outlander. Isuzu used to sell pickup trucks here once upon a time, and the Isuzu D-Max is very relevant around the world. It first came out in 2002, third generation came out in 2019. It is produced in Thailand and in China. As far as I'm aware, it's only available with 2 diesel engines, a 1.9 liter and a 3 liter. And just like every other vehicle on this list so far, it can be had in a 6-speed manual. And here is the Mazda BT50. Just like Mitsubishi could be benefiting from having a Triton pickup truck for their lineup here in the United States, Mazda could be benefiting massively. Now, we've had Mazda pickup trucks in the past here in the United States based off of Fords, but the BT50 is one of a kind and one of their own. It's been in production since 2006. We're on a 3rd generation already, which debuted in 2020. It's only produced in Thailand and is a relative of the Isuzu D-Max. And just like the D-Max, it will get the 1.9 liter turbo diesel as well as the 3 liter turbo diesel. And my favorite truck on the list, rounding it out, with the J70 series Land Cruiser. It's been in production since 1984 with mild changes. It's all about functionality on this 70 series, and you can get an SUV, but of course you can get it in tons of different variants, including a 2-door pickup truck, a 4-door pickup truck. You can still get the 4.5 liter twin turbo diesel on this vehicle. 6-speed manual. It is produced in Japan, Portugal, and Venezuela, and it's only available in a manual transmission. They discontinued the 4-speed auto in 1992, but you can still get a 5-speed manual transmission on it. And many of you guys are around the world, and you see these trucks on a daily basis, and reversely, you don't see trucks like the Tundra, the Titan, the Tacoma, or the Frontier. But I bet plenty of you wish you could have a small mini truck or something that's a little bit smaller, more practical, more minimal, like these trucks from Japan that are plagued by the chicken tax and will never see our shores. But if you enjoyed today's video, as always, smash the like button, subscribe for more Japanese auto news and reviews, and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, peace out.